What do you know? I made it. Happy Thursday. Hope you had a successful Thursday today. Um, I hope that any goals or ideals or achievements that you were looking to accomplish today, you accomplished. Um, made your day a success. Hopefully it brought a smile to your face, and hopefully you either started some momentum today or you were able to gain even more momentum today. It is that easy, truly is. Let's see. Just want to start with a couple of things. I will be playing at the Shine Shop and Craft Spirits tomorrow night. My employer's tasting room. I'll be playing outlaw country Americana music. There's barbecue there. We have craft cocktails, flights and pours, pool tables. It's a good spot. And David is always happy to take anybody and take them back to the production room and show them the still and just the ins and outs of what we do. My apologies if you are tuning in for the first time. I am C.L. Harrington. I am C.L. Harrington. Which is important to make declarations just like that, guys. You are who you are, right? Embrace that. Wrap your arms around it and be one with it. You are the only you that there is ever going to be. This is the only life you're going to remember, and there ain't nobody as special as you, right? When I was teaching, I would tell kids, no, you're not special, right? Because, he got to do something and I didn't, right? We all did that as kids. And I would say, hey, man, in that regard, right? Because words have meaning, how words are used. We're not special in that we get different treatment. None of us should be. We are different. And thank the universe, the way that it has created us, we are all different from each other. Because, right, if there was a shit ton of me running around, I'd get fucking bored with it. And I'd want to take a lot of me out. But I also added a couple of things before I started this evening. I'm out working on the Volvo again. But it's coming. I believe in you. I do. You need to believe in yourself. Okay? And, right? I put this heart up here. I don't draw hearts. I'm not artsy like media. I'm more artsy like I'll sing and I'll play my fucking guitar for you. I love doing that. But I can't, I draw stick figures and shit. And my handwriting has gotten worse. I used to have really, really good handwriting. Whatever. Right? But love, guys. Love. Love yourself and you'll be able to love others. Right? Love and forgive. Those are my two ideals that I cling to. And when I start talking to people about my beliefs, those are the two that come first. Love and forgive. Man. The hardest time and the hardest thing I have doing is forgiving myself. I'm trying to learn that more and more. But so I'll be playing tomorrow night from 6 to 9, Greeley. And let's see what else is going on. I am looking for sales representatives, folks. At least one to start in Colorado Springs, one to start in Denver at the very least. We have current accounts down there that need attention. I have not been able to give them the attention that is necessary to foster that growth. Because, man, again, right? Think positive. Use positive words. I have had issues with my vehicles, but I'm taking care of that. And I feel like a corner is turning. I felt that just this afternoon in my conscious being. Subconscious, not conscious. My subconscious being today, my birthday is Monday, the 24th. I'm 51. And something spoke to me and said, Monday, the 24th, your birthday. That's the turning point, CL. That's when your new season of achieving is beginning. The struggling and the strife, that season is coming to an end. And I believe it. I truly do. So I'm looking. You can DM me. You can get a hold of me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on Twitter, but I don't check that shit. I'm back on TikTok. I never had a presence there, but I need to. A good friend of mine suggested that yesterday. I need to work on my editing skills because, right, those are short clips. And so I'm going to start creating that presence there as well. But, hey, email me, clharrington.sales@gmail.com. Fucking give me a call. I don't give a fuck. Text me, 719-994-0062. Obviously, I like to talk. Ask anybody. And so I'd love to have people helping me out. I work best in a group as a team member. That's when I work best. I know that. Let's see, and there was, third. Just some new partners for us. Cantina Liquors is here in Wellington, Colorado. Let's see, Black and Blues Music and Brews, I mentioned them. We're in Johnstown, Colorado at Johnstown Liquor. A few spots in Greeley. We're at On the Rocks. We are at, Bittersweet. Bittersweet Liquors just joined us this past week. Working on Westside Liquor in Greeley. So the accounts are coming. And even today I was, getting a hold of folks. Because, like I talked about the other day, massive amounts of energy, activity, cause and start momentum. Once that momentum gets going and the ball gets rolling and you just get into, you feel that vibe, your Quan, right? If you were a big watcher of Jerry Maguire, right? You feel the Quan, the energy, the universe, everything is just working for you and behind you, right? Man, it's like nothing can stop you, right? So that's what is going to start on Monday for me. It's going to be a great end of the quarter of the year, and lots of sales are coming. So anyway, I could talk about that for a while, but I need to get back outside and working. So last night, guys, I was watching Ed Milet, and he had Jesse Itzler. It was the episode with him and Jesse Itzler talking. Jesse Itzler owns the Atlanta Hawks now. He entrepreneur that has done crazy stuff, great stuff. I don't know much about him. However, he runs 100-mile marathons, it's not a marathon, but these people will run 100 miles in one event. Like, you've got to be kidding me. But right, takes a very dedicated person with a single focus. He started a private jet business, Black something or Black Diamond or something, but him and his buddy in the early 20s had no idea about it, major successful entrepreneur in many, many different ways. But I was listening to that episode last night, and Jesse Itzler just was ringing a bunch of bells with me. So I'm going to pass on some of that stuff, some things from my past experiences. But there are two types of rewards in life, guys. Rewards, and I loved to talk to kids about rewards. I said, guys, you know, I like to do what's right, what I need to, because I like rewards. Right? When you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, there are consequences. Right? I do not like consequences. You know, I've had enough of those in my life to understand that I don't like them. I would rather have rewards. So I try to do better. Right? And there are two types of rewards in life. Psychic and real. Real meaning tangible. And these are in direct relation, in direct proportion to the amount of service that we offer, to people, right? When we serve people, we are rewarded. And remember, what we talk about, what we focus on, that's what we get. So your rewards are what you focus on, right? But when you are loving and forgiving and taking care of people, serving people in lots of different ways, right? I serve the needs of people through liquor sales. I have other ideas going on in my head now about how I can serve people in other ways. That big dreams. And these big dreams came to me in the midst of, you know, honestly, earlier today, the lowest point, there's been a few low points in my life, and, you know, today was one of those. You know, I just felt like, how do I get out of here? How do I get out of this circle that I've been swimming in for the last almost 3 months now? How do I get that momentum going? You know, I have tried over the last few months to start that momentum, but there has been something just cutting me down at the knees every time. Monday was one of those days. It started out wonderfully and ended very, very quickly. You know, and today, man, my mind almost broke. But, God, thank the universe, man. The last 2 or 3 weeks, you know, something clicked, and my positive thinking that started saved me today. You know, and that's just it. And a lot of the speakers that I'm listening to, a lot of the mentors that I'm listening to, once you start thinking positive, once you start replacing your negative thoughts with that positive movie in your head, that positive video, man, it's so much easier to, you can fall on your face, break your nose, bloodied, crying, wipe that shit off, pop right back up. Those positive thoughts will help you to pop right back up quicker and quicker and quicker every time. I promise. Right? Something as simple as, you know what? I mean, I live in a pretty decent place. I drive a pretty decent car. I actually have a job. You know, I'm there every day. But those aren't small things. Those are fucking huge, man. Huge. Right? I think I heard it, you know, 98% of the population. Right? Here in America, we fucking eat great. Mostly we do well. Think about the rest of the fucking world, man. Second and third world countries. They're fucking lucky to eat once a day. We don't eat because we fucking choose not to. We are lucky. Very lucky. Right? We have fucking cars to take us places. We have a roof over our head. We have food. We have great things, right? Think about the positive things in your life that you have. I have a ton. I have a ton. I do. You do too, right? So focus on the positive. Those tangible, real rewards that we have gathered in our life, and most of us have more shit that we need, right? The word, Edward Nightingale, 50s, right, 60s, I talked about him before. 95% of the population has not heard the word. There's 5% of the population that has. Maybe less now. And the word is, we control our lives. Nobody else controls your life. Nobody else controls my life. Nobody else has brought me to the point where I'm at today, this very second. Every decision, every choice that I have made has brought me to where I am, good or bad, right? We are the sum of all of our past experiences, even 10 minutes ago, right? 10 minutes ago, were you on a phone call? Did you get a text? Did you see something on the TV? The programming tube? Did you hear something on the radio? It affected you. It altered you. Your way of thinking. For good or for bad. Right? It might have reinforced a belief that you have. Made you question one that you have. We are the sum of all of those things at this current second. You control your life. Think about that. Right? Just think on it. Now, our environment, yes, it's a large influence on our life. And our environment, right, the people around us, right? I've mentioned this, right? The people we surround ourselves with are going to directly influence our thinking, our decision making, our behaviors, our attitudes, right? If you're around my age, right, the things that my parents taught me, there are many things, yes, they are deeply embedded in my soul and my heart, and I will never forget them. But there are many things that my parents taught me along the way that I wish I could remember today. I don't, right? Lots of things. Same for you. So, yes, the people we are surrounded with today, the last week, our coworkers, our job, right? If we work in the service industry, our regulars, the people we see, people that we've seen for the first time, people we'll never see again. We're influenced by everything every day. The weather. I'll tell you what, when that fucking wind blows, I get very irritable. I know that. I still don't control it very well, but I know that. You know? Ask yourself these two questions, please. I've been asking these questions to myself a lot, and I'm still searching for answers. Guys, I wish I could give you answers that I have found for myself, but they're deeply embedded somewhere. I'm still trying to root them out, and I haven't had time over the last few months. I just haven't. What do you want? What do you want? What are your talents? We all have them. There are no talents that are greater than others. I promise you. Society places value on certain talents, simply because that is where our society has evolved or devolved to. I more often think about the latter. I believe our society ceased to evolve a while ago, quite a few years ago. Um, uh, However, most of that does not directly affect me every day because I don't let it. I can't remember the last time I turned on TV to watch daily programming. Because that's what they're doing, folks. They are programming you by the shit they put on TV. I listen to motivational speakers anymore. It's great. It's great. I love it. Think about those two things. You'll start valuing your life a whole lot more. Success, guys. So I mentioned this the other day. Success, right? People put a lot of labels and meanings into it. But truly, when it comes down to it, success is simply your progression toward a worthy goal. Right? And goals do not last forever. Right? I talked about this too. Goals should have a beginning date and an ending date. They should have a reward, whether it's monetary, right? When I reach that, I should have this amount of money. I should have this item. I should be here in my employment. Right? There is a finite timeline for goals. Okay. Now, a vision that can have an infinite timeline, truly. But your talents and what you desire, what you want, are key factors, guideposts on your route toward that worthy goal, to success. Okay? Think about those things, please. Please. I'm trying as well. I really am, guys. Thought about this a lot too. Mentioned it, but successful people that work toward that worthy ideal goal, they have winning habits, they have winning routines, and they have a winning mindset. Because they're, believe me guys, your friends, your family, fucking people you walk into on the street. You start talking to them, tell them, hey, so how's it going? What are you doing? You know, they don't care, but they ask. And you start telling them. And I realized a lot lately, people ask me, hey, CL, how you doing? And I start telling them. I'm fucking real with them. You know? Man, things have been tough. You know, I'm trying really hard to get going up that hill again, man, but things have been tough. A lot of times that's a conversation fucking killer, man. But I realized really quickly that, you know, I know you probably care about me, but you don't care that fucking much. Because once I start telling you, you're not going... Rarely do people encourage you. I think they want to, right? Because basically people are good. But I know they got a bunch of shit going on in their life too. And so, you know, I don't know. I'm too real, I guess. You know? But I don't want to play the fucking game. Oh yeah, it's great. You know, let me blow fucking smoke up your ass for another minute or two. And then we'll go back about our lives. Mundane fucking poof. You know? No. No. I'm gonna be fucking real, man. Life is a struggle. But it's not always a struggle. Life is good. I love life. You know, I love life because that's why I believe I can do anything. You can do anything. It's a level of confidence that you reach and you find, but a lot of times it's a level of confidence that you create within yourself. You have to. The world's not trying to create confident motherfuckers. They're not trying to create leaders. The leaders want to stay leaders. And they want a bunch of followers behind them, guys. So you have to figure out how to lead. And your talents that you have will make you a leader. They will, I promise. But it takes a lot of dedication. Again, winning habits, winning routines, and a winning mindset. Okay? Jesse Itzler. So he started the water brand that he ended up selling to Coca-Cola for millions of dollars, I guess. And the guy with Coca-Cola said, hey, it takes 8 years to build a brand in America. 8 years, man. And during those 8 years, if you got a small business, you're trying to build a brand, massive amounts of effort, a singular focus on that goal, right? But those are big, right? And then you have to filter those down to those things that are going to support the small steps that are going to support those bigger, larger goals and ideals and visions. Yeah. He talked about regrets last night. And regrets, man, I haven't thought about that in a long time. But when I was on the road for the first time in 2018, I was in Santa Rosa, New Mexico, off of off of Interstate 40, heading east to Amarillo, Texas. Stayed the night at Santa Rosa, got the RV set up, went to the bathrooms and shower house, and I'm standing at the mirror finishing up, and this guy walks in and, hey, how you doing? I said, good, man. Really good. So yeah, what are you doing? Said, I'm on the road, playing music, touring, told him I used to be an elementary school music teacher. He said, wow. He said, it's good for you, man. He said, what made you decide to do that? Said, I didn't want to look back 10 years from now. Say, I wish I would have done that. He said, you know what that's called, right? I said, what? That's called regret. And I shook my head and I looked at him. Guy was, I don't know, maybe 5, 10 years older than me. And I said, that's right, yeah. Remember that minute, that moment? I mean, now that was a real moment I shared with someone I'd never met in my life. That the universe brought us together for that moment. And man, I remember those words with him. Fuck, like it was just 2 seconds ago. Regret is a terrible thing, guys. Terrible. And I haven't talked about regret for a while. But that made such a big impact on me. I talked about regret for a long time, and I still do. And I use that word to encourage people. Man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could go here. I wish I could take that vacation. I wish. You can. Don't live with regrets. I'll tell you, when I come to the end of my life, people, I really feel right now like I'm not going to have a lot of regrets. If there's something I want to do, I do it. Maybe I could have done it better. Maybe I could could have made better choices in doing that, but regrets, they stink, they are heavy, they are powerful, and they steal your soul. Do not live with regrets. If there's something you want to do, go do it. Please, please, for you, not for anybody else, for you. He talked about one other thing last night. I don't know how long. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I got all kinds of stuff I can talk about, but gonna probably wrap it up here soon. Go see your parents. He said he was having a conversation with his son. He was driving the minivan. His son's in the back seat. I believe he said he was 7 at the time, asking him questions. Ended with, hey, Dad, how am I going to... What if I can't find you when I die and go to heaven? We all have our own beliefs. We have to find something that wraps our mind around the finite timeline that we are on this earth. I spent about 8 years in organized religion. Learned about it. Got a lot of education from it. Learned a lot about man's controlling of other men and women and humanity through religion and such. Because we're all searching for that. The universe is, I love it. It's great. There is energy flowing in us and through us, around us. And it helps us. Just got to tune into it. But that got him on a journey of organizing his final, desires, wishes, needs. Whether you're going to be put into a casket and laid in the ground, cremated, donate your body to science. The time is coming. The day is coming. Nobody gets out of this fucking life alive, guys. I sold funeral and cemetery products at the age of 26, I believe it was. That shit's a fucking hard sell. It's hard to convince somebody of something that's going to fucking happen to them. And I'm telling you, do it now, because you get tons of benefits and savings and discounts now. If your family has to go do it the day after you die, they're paying full fucking price. 100%, no discounts. So, there's my little advertisement for the funeral industry. But more for you guys. Save you some coin. So it got him thinking about those things. And he started thinking, he said, I really only see my mother and father a few times a year. And he thought, well, shit, my parents only have maybe, say, 10 years left on this planet, in this life. If I see them 3 times a year, I only get to see my parents 30 more times. See your parents. Call your mom and dad, man. Call them. Talk to them. I saved my dad's voicemails for a long time. He's gone. Love you, Dad. Him and I didn't see eye to eye for many years. The last few years of his life, we got very, very close. I am my father's son. Spent a lot of years trying to deny that shit. And I'm just like him. And I love it. Love it. Mr. Harrington. Dawn. My mom is still around. She's doing good. She's She's 75. Had a little episode about a month and a half ago, which did not, fuck, right? CL, you're already going through some shit. Hey, man, let's fuck with your mom. Yeah. But she's doing good. She's doing good. Hi, Mom, I love you. Talk to him. Call him. Text him. Say, hey, I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Don't have the regret of, now they're gone. I can't ever talk to them again. I should have. I wanted to. I needed to. Do it. Do it now. Lost a good friend from middle school, high school, yesterday. Bonnie Ragosa, Bonita. If you're about my age, that's where we're getting, folks. That's where we're getting. So I'm going to say all these things, to be real with you, to encourage you, so that you get off your ass and start doing things with the talents that have been given you, the time that you have, which is short. Build that momentum, create those goals and vision, and start that momentum and keep it going. Encourage those around you to do the same. You will be happier. You will love this life more. Days will be brighter. And there is no reason in the world not to. Right? No reason in the world to go to work, come home, sit on your ass for 6 hours watching fucking TV, and then go into bed. There ain't no reason for that. There are many great things in this world. Take advantage of them. Lead them. Lead people. That's a great idea. It really is. Oh, yeah. Couple things I wrote down. So, we're going to end with this. Don't wing life, guys. Don't wing life. I said don't willy-nilly that shit last week. I think it was last Thursday. Maybe last Friday. I've been willy-nilly in fucking life. I've been winging life. Don't do it, guys. It sucks. And don't let another year, think about that shit, right? Time. Don't let another year pass you by wasted. Fucking wasted, man. What did you do last year? What did you do last October fucking 2020th? Right, it's been a year since then. What have you done over this last year? Did you do anything lasting? Did you create a difference? Did you start a new routine? Did you become better? Did you become worse? Are you staying the same? Because if you're still the same, guys, you got worse. You have to be growing. Because if you're not growing, you're declining. You're shrinking. We never stay the same. Ever. Ever. Don't let another year go by wasted. Grow. Be better. Become better. And finally, remember tomorrow. Remember what you're going to feel like tomorrow if you don't do that shit. Remember how you're going to beat yourself up tomorrow if you don't call your mom and dad. If you don't call that friend. If you don't do that thing that you've been putting off. If you don't start that fucking business, man. If you don't make that money. If you don't chase after that promotion. If you don't learn that thing you want to learn. How are you going to feel tomorrow? Remember that shit. Remember tomorrow, because we've all had a lot of days where we have beat ourselves up. And we should. Because we put shit off. Don't put it off. Well, guys, I'm gonna go outside and wrestle with this vehicle and do some shit. I shouldn't be doing, man. Oh my god. And then I'll come in tonight and spend a couple hours listening to mentors, getting motivated. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you listening. And I hope you keep tuning in. I apologize that it was 6:20, almost 6:30 tonight. I apologize. But you know as well as I do, fucking life happens, man. But I'm not, I promise you this, a day is not going to pass that I will not be here. You know, so please, join me. Join me. And, you know, DM me. Call, text, email, whatever. I do need help getting the Shine Shop and making it successful. And need support whenever I play. So, I love you guys, man. Love, forgive, and I will see you tomorrow. CL, out. Peace, guys. Have a great night.